Norma Verticalis, and the second topic is Norma Occipitalis. Just fancy name, nothing tough. Everything is easy only. I will explain. What is Norma Verticalis? Whenever we look at the skull from above, हमारी skull है. Whenever we look at it from above, ऊपर से अगर देखते हैं, whatever we get to see in that view, this is the Norma Verticalis. This is the Norma Verticalis, and second one is Norma Occipitalis. Which one is the occipital region? Do you know? This one is our occipital region, right? Occipital bone is this. Whenever you look at the skull from behind, पीछे से हम लोग जब देखेंगे skull को, वो होता है Norma Occipitalis. We have to know the individual bones and landmarks. Can you tell me one thing? ये जो हमारे skull का diameter है, with respect to our pelvic diameter, can you tell me one important significance? Skull diameter और pelvic diameter दोनों का एक significance बता सकते हो क्या? किसने बताया? Yes, during your delivery, normal vaginal delivery. If there is disproportionate, then delivery will get arrested. Then we have to do, what is that thing? C-section, cesarean section. Right? See, this one is the Norma Verticalis. Whenever we look at the skull from above, ऊपर से जब देखते हैं, सामने वाला bone, which bone is this? This is frontal bone, not frontalis. This is frontal bone. Frontal bone. This is frontal bone. सामने वाला, which one? This one is frontal bone. Frontal bone. Then these two are parietal bone. Right? Two parietal bone. Then this one is occipital bone. Now between these bones, see, this one is one suture. In between frontal bone and two parietal bone, this suture is known as coronal suture. Comes from the word Latin word, which means crown. Crown. This is your coronal suture. This is your, which suture is this? Sagittal suture, means arrow-like. This is arrow-like. Separates both the parietal bones. Separates both the दोनों parietal bone को ये अलग करता है. Which suture? Sagittal suture. Now the meeting point of coronal suture and sagittal suture. इस point में आके coronal suture और sagittal suture meet होता है. This point is known as bregma. Bregma. Exam पे पूछेगा. These things are asked in exam. Okay. This is your bregma. Now this is, which suture is this? Lambdoid suture. You have heard about the thing lambda, right? Physics में पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने. This is the lambda. Lambda shape है. That's why this is known as lambdoid suture. It separates. पीछे होता है occipital bone, सामने parietal bone. This point where the sagittal suture and lambdoid suture meets, this one is known as lambda. Lambda. Coronal suture और sagittal suture meet होता है कहाँ पर? Bregma पे. Coronal sagittal suture और lambdoid suture meet होता है lambda पे. Right? Now this here, somewhere here, यहाँ पर होना चाहिए. नहीं दिखा रहा है. This is the highest point of our skull. Highest point मतलब सबसे ऊपर वाला हिस्सा होता है skull का. ठीक है? That point is known as vertex. VERTEX, vertex. कहाँ पर होता है? कुछ सेंटीमीटर पीछे, कुछ सेंटीमीटर बिहाइंड द ब्रेगमा. ये सब इंपॉर्टेंस है, क्लिनिकल इंपॉर्टेंस. गायनी में जब पढ़ोगे तब ये सब लगेगा. ठीक है? दिस इज योर वर्टेक्स. यहाँ पर होना चाहिए वर्टेक्स, हाईएस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ आवर स्कल. ठीक है? नाउ दिस टू आर, सी, these two foramen. These two foramens are known as parietal bone पे है तो parietal foramen. अगर ये दोनों को हम कनेक्ट करेंगे, the point, this one, जहाँ पर ये सेजाइटल सूचर पे जहाँ पर ये मिलता है, दिस वन इज नोन एज ओबेलियन। जस्ट नाम पता होना चाहिए, ओबेलियन, OBELION, किताब में है। मतलब अगर इन दोनों को ऐसे कनेक्ट करोगे ना, यहाँ पर आके मीट होता है ना सेजाइटल सूचर में, दैट पॉइंट इज नोन एज ओबेलियन, OBELION, right? These are the various parts of our. Now this one, this is known as parietal tuber or parietal eminence. Very maximum convexity जहाँ पर होता है parietal bone पे, that area is known as parietal tuber. ठीक है, मैक्सिमम कन्वेक्सिटी यहाँ पर फील कर सकते हो आप लोग, दैट इज नोन एज अवर पैराइटल ट्यूबर। ठीक है, सी नाउ दिस इज अवर, which view is this? This is our Norma Verticalis. See, which bone is this? Frontal bone. These two are parietal bone. So what is this suture? Coronal suture. Coronal suture. Which suture is this? Sagittal suture. And the meeting point is bregma. Bregma. थोड़ा पीछे, the highest point on the skull, that will be our vertex. सबसे ऊंचा वाला हिस्सा फील करोगे, जो सबसे वाला ऊंचा हिस्सा लगेगा, that will be our vertex. Okay. Now which bone is this? Occipital bone. This suture is lambdoid suture. See, this is the lambda shaped suture. That's our lambdoid suture. Meeting point is this point is our lambda. Okay. These are the parts seen in Norma Verticalis. Norma Verticalis. ठीक है? Now the second one. This is the Norma, not frontalis, पीछे से Norma Occipitalis. These two bones are parietal bones. तो parietal bones के बीच में कौन सा सूचर है? Sagittal suture. Sagittal suture. This is the occipital bone. Occipital bone. In between occipital and to parietal suture, parietal bones, which suture is there? Lambdoid suture. Lambdoid suture. This point is known as lambda. ठीक है? You can palpate it. Your occipital region. There is some prominence, protuberance, like swelling like thing. Palpate कर पाओगे तुम लोग. Surface marking के पूछा जाता है. यहाँ पर पीछे. Okay, that area is known as, what is this? External occipital protuberance. External occipital protuberance. और उसके थोड़ा नीचे there is a crest like thing, that is your external occipital crest. External occipital crest. From the external occipital protuberance, laterally there is some ridge. Laterally, बाहर की तरफ, that is known as superior nuchal line. Superior nuchal line. And from the external occipital crest, again there is laterally some ridge like thing, that is known as inferior nuchal line. If anyone is having a original skull bone, then you will be able to find all these things. Okay. This one is superior nuchal line, this one is inferior nuchal line. Above the superior nuchal line, there is another line, that is highest nuchal line. This is very faint, may not be palpable on every single individual. हम पे नहीं भी हो सकता. You may not be able to palpate it or show it. That is highest nuchal line. ठीक है? This is your superior nuchal line. This is your inferior nuchal line. ये वाला है highest nuchal line. Which is this bone? Which part is this? वो पता है, but which part is this? Can you tell me? यहाँ पर है पीछे एक important muscle आके यहाँ पर लगता है, very important muscle. Sternocleidomastoid आके लगता है. This is your mastoid part. This is your mastoid part. See, there are two more sutures. This one and this one. Which bone is this? Parietal. This is your temporal, and this one is mastoid part. This is your occipital. So which suture is this? Occipitomastoid. Occipitomastoid suture. This one is temporomastoid suture. ठीक है? Adjacent to the occipitomastoid suture, this is the location of mastoid foramen. This is the location of mastoid foramen. ठीक है? These are the things that you have to know. These are the things that you have to know. यहाँ पर होना चाहिए था that this parietal foramen, ठीक है? Parietal foramen इस स्पेसिमेन पर नहीं है. I can show it to you in this specimen. अगर यहाँ पर कुछ foramen जैसा दिख रहा है, that will be your parietal foramen. Parietal foramen, and these are the areas of maximum convexity. Maximum convexity, that is known as parietal tuber. ठीक है? Now see this specimen. Which bone is this? Occipital. These two are, ये दोनों है parietal, और ये वाला है these two are mastoid part of temporal. ठीक है? तो ये वाला कौन सा सूचर होना चाहिए? occipitomastoid. ये वाला कौन सा सूचर होना चाहिए? parietal. यहाँ पर रहेगा these are the location of mastoid foramen. mastoid foramen किसके बगल में होगा? adjacent to the occipitomastoid suture. उसके बगल में होगा ये mastoid foramen. ठीक है? This is the lambdoid suture. This is the lambdoid suture. ठीक है? This is the lambdoid suture. नहीं है बस टॉपिक, इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. I am giving you the specimens. Just you discuss among yourself for 5-10 minutes.